So a new year is underway, and last year was a mixed bag of fortunes. I've taken some time to reflect on the recruitment patterns that we saw in 2019. So this video is more about highlighting what those recruitment patterns are and saying, frankly, with a high degree of conviction that they will continue to dominate throughout 2020. So firstly, I must reinforce that the war for talent is immense in South Africa. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. That's across all industries. I've said this in videos before, and I say to all my clients, I see them. Top talent is hard to find, and it's even harder to move. Generally speaking, there's a good flow of new vacancies into the market, and we're already seeing that now in January. But for the first time in a while, I think top talent is in the driving seat when it comes to decision making, not the employers. So employers have been able to cherry pick from quite a wide pool of talent over the last few years. Probably reached an apex in 2019. In the second half of the year, we saw a number of vacancies out in the market. Many of them were unfilled because top talent was just not ready to move. So that's just an interesting trend, and it's definitely going to be a major theme for 2020. There were some clear priorities for asset managers in 2019 from a hiring point of view and obviously a strategy point of view. Number one, I think, was maintaining and generating flows was tough. So hiring and retaining business development professionals was absolutely critical for them. And most asset managers have generally enjoyed a good sort of 5 or 10 years of growing assets under management. Some minor bumps along the way, of course. But now the performance is under pressure. Distribution strategies are even more important. So getting onto list platforms, strengthening relationships with IFAs or institutional investors, and building an online presence, making it easy to invest into the funds is absolutely critical. And honestly, hiring top business development managers like hen's teeth that generally only want to join companies that have outstanding performance, not many at the moment, or they have very strong brands. And these people are in serious demand. The second thing is that I think portfolio managers are here to stay. If the investment experts' predictions for the year ahead are right, I think we're in for another tough year, and flat performance will actually seem like a positive outcome for some asset managers. So I expect most portfolio managers to stay in the jobs where they finished last year. Investors want to see continuity and stability. The first time that a PM is leaving or that is managing their funds will raise serious questions. It will come across in a negative way predominantly. PMs will be tested this year as they are every year. So they're really unlikely to add to their personal anxiety and stress levels by hopping to another job. And the third major trend that we saw last year, which is going to flow into this year, is compliance. So there's no end in sight for our governing authorities' love of compliance, and our clients will enjoy a heavier load of risk and compliance work. Traditionally, something that has been outsourced or maybe overseen by the COO, now is becoming a standalone, critical core function inside the firm, and that could be managing as low as 2 billion rand. Just a friendly tip as well: if you think it's hard to recruit good people in this industry, the shortage of compliance experts is frightening, and that's both locally and globally. So it is going to be a serious battle there. On a positive note, I expect strong flows of new vacancies throughout 2020. Jobs won't dry up. The market's not going to dry up. It might be a little bit harder to fill them. Clients might have to be a little patient to get the right person. We have to wait for different bonus cycles, different companies paying bonuses at different time. But that will be paid up, and we can expect movements in personnel over the next few months, right through to June, I suspect. So if you are planning to hire this year, you need to get proactive. You should already be interviewing. And I just want to say good luck to all the fascinating and interesting talent that I meet in this industry, and have a great 2020.